Well, hello everyone. Good morning. How you doing? How's it going? How you feeling? First week of October. Let's get into it. So, I want to do like a chit chat. Get ready with me, and we are going to talk about being the light. Yes, being the light and how hard it can be when you want to dim it. Let's just get into it. So, I already did my brows. I use the Maybelline New York Eye Studio like pomade in the color black. And then I did my concealed up under there, concealed. So let's get into the look. I'm going to use the eyeshadow palette Laura Geller Cinnamon and Spice. I feel like that is fitting because we are into the fall with the colors, with the names like chai latte, oat milk, salted caramel on the back of it. I feel like that is fitting for the look and the season that we are in. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. How do you feel about being the light? Let's start there. And what does that mean to you, being the light? All right, so for me, being the light, I feel like just what it is, being the light, being like a breath of fresh air, an inspiration. This world can be dark and heavy enough as is, so being the light can really help to lift someone. All right, so we're gonna start here at the bottom. We're gonna use this color right here, and that is gingerbread. All right. So on the flip side, put that in the outer corner. On the flip side of being the light, how do you feel? Oh, all right, y'all. I am back. I had a phone call, but I'm back. And I asked y'all, how do y'all feel about being the light? And I know I had already asked that in the beginning, but I want to know, like, how do you really feel about being the light? Like, what does it mean to you to be the light? Sometimes I know that it can be like overbearing or just exhausting being the light, especially when you feel like people don't understand you, understand your purpose. But that's the thing. Not everybody is supposed to understand you, and everybody can't go where God's trying to take you. Put a pause right there. All right, so we're going to go in with the color on top of gingerbread, and this one is apple cider. We're going to use the same brush, and we're going to put this color like in the outer corner and kind of like marry the two together. All right, and then the color beside it, which is frosted sugar, I'm actually going to take my finger and I'm going to put it like right on top. But yes, I can understand like being the like can be frustrating. And it may feel like you want to just go ahead and dim your light, like especially if people don't understand you, question your motives, even though this is where God is telling you to be, telling you this is what you should do, you're still questioning it because you have other people doubting it. No, no, no. I'm gonna go back in the color what I just used, starting off with gingerbread and putting it in the outer corner just to deepen it. No, no, no. We're not gonna do that because first of all, why are we trying to explain something that wasn't informed, wasn't intentional for them to understand? Why are we trying to explain that to them? That's for starters. Once we understand that, then we'll go in with, okay, well, once we try to understand that, then we'll think about it and be like, okay, well, not everybody needs to understand that. And then we'll realize that not everybody can go where God is leading me. Then we'll realize that, yeah, it's going to be hard and confusing and sometimes annoying, but God did not bring me this far just to bring me this far. He instilled in me, just like he instilled in you, different talents, and some talents may be the same. Don't get me wrong. There may be a lot of the talents in here that you also may have, whether it be content creating, um, being a nurse, whatever the case may be. But God saw something in you that He also gave you that. So discredit, don't discredit it. And yeah, being the light may seem like it is like, why I gotta be the light? Why I gotta be so encouraging? Why I gotta be so positive when people being negative? Like, why I even gotta say anything? But it all it takes is that one, and sometimes you don't even have to say anything. All it takes is that one smile, that one like, hey, how are you? You know, that one small gesture, that one like making dinner for someone, that one gesture for them to be like, okay, that person really cares about my well-being. That person really cares. This is great lash mascara. Really cares about, you know, me. And I'm not saying like the great gesture has to be something where you need to break the bank every time or break the bank at all, or, you know, be creative. Like, you know, go on a walk, go on a picnic outing, you know, everything does not have to be where it's like, oh, I need to spend this, I need to do that. And if that's the case, then make sure you plan accordingly so you can spend what you need to spend. But don't feel like you need to spend to fit in. All right, y'all. So I feel like I got my face how I want it. I'm going to do my hair, but I'm going to do that off camera. And then I'm going to come back with the semi-final look. So stay tuned. All right, y'all. So we are back with the semi-final look. I'm about to just wrap it all up. All right, so before, I forgot that I was going to finish up with the Juvia's Place. Did I say place right? Juvia's Place powder. So we're going to just do that to kind of like, you know, seal everything all in. And this is in the color Tunisia. Is it deep 3 or dark 3? Dark 3. Tunisia dark 3. Okay. Oop. All right. So now we're going to do, this is 75 Fighter Super Stay Matte Ink. That's pretty. You can leave it like that. I'm going to add a little bit of neutral right in the center. The neutral, well, this came from CVS, and the neutral came from the She Glam part on Shein. Okay, now I'm gonna add like a little bit of my highlight, my favorite highlight that I always use, which is All Over Glow bronzing powder, is what they call it. All right, now let's pop on the earrings. These are my mom's old earrings. That's my, okay. Now, we are all set. We are all set. Zhuzh this up a little bit more. All right, y'all. So we are all set. I'm gonna give you a close up. All right, y'all. So this is the look. We're all set. And remember, yes, being a light can be difficult. It can be frustrating. It can be annoying. It can be all those things. And sometimes you may feel like you should dim it because you may not be where you want to be. But no, we're not going to dim our lights. We're not dimming our lights because God did not bring us this far just to bring us this far. He didn't bring us this far just to be like, you got it, deuces. No. He already knew that the trials and tribulations of life would come. But he also knew that the trials and tribulations of what you are enduring is only to prepare you for what you prayed for. Also, if you want to take it a little step further, you're already living in an answered prayer, whether you realize it or not. So, take that into consideration with being a light, because being a light is not just about, that being the light, but it's also about encouraging others in the process of being the light, and even telling them and showing them, yes, I'm encouraging you, but I'm frustrated, or I have been frustrated, or I'm mad, or this didn't work out for me, whatever the case may be, because it's not saying that you're fake, but it's being more relatable and being more just, in a sense, transparent. Not saying that you need to go out there and just tell everybody everything, because no, not everybody needs to know everything, especially on your journey and on your faith walk. Not everybody needs to know everything, but there are some people who needs to know something that can help them on their journey of becoming or continuing to being the light. All right, y'all, until next time, bye.